Okay, today's topic is, how do you know when you're big enough? How do you know when you've developed a body to where you're big enough to be considered, fuck, that guy looks great, fuck, that guy works out, fuck, that's a big dude? How do you know when you've reached that size? Well, this is what I have to say about that, is I think when the day comes that you no longer feel that you need to wear a string tank top, you no longer need to cut your tank tops to where it's a little tiny string that comes down here, and you got to the point in your workout career that you've realized you don't necessarily have to show your nipples. I think that's the point when you've become big enough, you have enough muscle to where you don't have to basically wear a string in the gym or even around town. Again, guys, of course, I'm being funny, but on the other hand, I'm being a little serious. I'm not talking shit, I'm not trying to offend anyone, I'm just trying to put some sense out there and make sense of, this subject. And the reason I'm doing this is, there is a reason for everything I do. The reason I'm doing this is, at the last expo that I was at, numerous people were asking me when I was going to come out with stringers, when I was going to come out with T-backs, and I got a lot of people asking me that, and the answer is never. I feel that the tank top I'm wearing right now, I feel like it shows enough of my physique, and I think people can kind of get an idea, how I look, or that, yeah, that guy lifts weights, that guy works out, that guy's big. I think that, this is kind of good enough to, to show what I'm trying to show, I guess you want to put it that way. I think when you start cutting your tanks and, turn into little strings, I don't really see the need to do that. And I definitely don't understand the nipple thing. I don't understand. I don't know, but I don't like to see people's nipples. It just kind of doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I don't even want to see girls' nipples in the gym. If girls started wearing little tiny tank tops that their nipples were hanging out, it would bother me. I wouldn't want to see it. That's just my opinion. I just don't think nipples need to show. Maybe I'm weird, maybe I'm whatever. That's just my personal opinion. Is I never really understood the concept of stringers or string tank tops, or taking a perfectly good tank top like this and cutting the fuck out of it and making these a little thinner and honestly, guys, whether I'm wearing this tank top or I'm wearing a string tank top, I really don't think that there's much. I don't think I look. Am I going to look bigger? Am I going to look like? I don't really see the reasoning behind it. I think wearing this tank top does its job. I think you can see I work out. You can see my arms. You see my shoulders and my chest. You can see pretty much everything. I remember back in the 80s. Half tops were popular, right? What do you call them, babe?
Crop tops.
Crop tops. All the guys would cut their shirts here and show their stomachs. It's pretty funny. It's kind of funny they haven't came back into style, but
they have for girls.
It was pretty popular. But that's the thing is I would love to hear someone's argument on why they need to show their nipples. It doesn't make sense. I don't think it makes you look any bigger. I don't think it makes you look any better. I just wonder, what goes on in your mind when you have a sick ass tank top like this, and all of a sudden you're like, you know what? I think I'm gonna fucking cut this tank top and make it smaller. Why? Why? Why make it smaller? It's put a fucking tank top on, go to the gym and work out, And so this is just kind of a little funny video. Again, guys, I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm not trying to talk shit. But something to think about. Is it really necessary to show your nipples in the gym? Do you feel like it's, I don't know. It's never made sense to me. So, again, my main reason for putting this video out is to let people know that I will never be coming out with string tank tops, and I'll never be coming out with, little T-back tank tops, because I personally think this tank top looks fucking great. And I've seen guys that weigh 150 in this tank top, and I think they look great. And I've seen people wearing string tank tops, and I don't think it looks too good. You know, it's just my opinion. I don't understand it. I never will. And that's my motherfucking 2 cents on this subject. But anyway, guys, I apologize that I'm not going to come out with string tank tops. The people out there that feel it necessary, you can buy a tank top and cut the shit out of it, I guess, you know. But I just wanted to plant that seed and kind of maybe have you sit, think, and wonder, why do I feel the need to show my nipples? Because I'm going to be honest with you guys. Sometimes this seed needs to be planted. Sometimes these things need to be mentioned. Because I had kind of the same situation. And I'm just being brutally honest with you fucking guys. Because I don't give a fuck. You know that. So back in, you know, the early 90s, you know, tights were really fucking popular for bodybuilders. We all wear fucking hot skins, you know. We had some pretty ludicrous fucking outfits back then, and we looked like fucking idiots. You know, we had the big clown pants, we had the, you know, we cut our sweatshirts like this, you know, and then have a little string tank top underneath it, and we'd have these big poofy fucking socks, and I mean, we'd wear tights. And, you know, string tank tops were popular back then. You know, we basically, bodybuilders looked like fucking idiots back in the day, is my opinion of the 80s, or 80s and 90s. But I used to wear tights. You know, back in my early bodybuilding days, legs was my best body part. By far, my legs were a lot bigger than my upper body, and I actually would wear tights with a sweatshirt because that's how out of proportion I was. And you know, the reason being is I would get all kinds of comments and compliments and, oh my God, look at that guy's legs, holy shit, oh, you know, all the time wearing tights, you know, that's, you know, and so I used to wear them all the time, and I didn't think anything about it. Everyone else fucking wore them, right? So I had went to my family's house, and they were having a lunch, and my grandma was there, my aunt was there, you know, and, I found out that my grandma had asked my stepmom, she said, she called me Richie. She said, why does Richie wear those shorts and you can see his entire package? She goes, I can see his entire package. Why is he wearing those? It doesn't make any sense. I can see everything. It's like he's naked. And my stepmom told me that, and I have to say I was very, very embarrassed. For one, I was at a family get together, and I'm basically wearing something that you could see my fucking package. I mean, it was right there. So, needless to say, that was the last time I ever wore tights, and that's what I needed. I needed that seed plant. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with tights. I'm not saying whatever. I'm just saying that in my situation at that time, it was not good. And, you know, I basically walked around naked, you know, and I never wore tights again, and I was embarrassed about it. And I looked back and I thought about all the different places I had went, things I had done wearing tights, you know, and I didn't wear underwear with tights. I don't know if you were supposed to or whatever, but you'd have that fucking underwear line. So, you know, I wore tights with no underwear, and you could see everything. And so I needed that seed planted, and I never wore tights again. And again, I'm not hating. I'm not saying people shouldn't wear tights, you know. But you know, you just want to look in the mirror, evaluate yourself, and you know, if you see your dick more than your fucking quads, you shouldn't be wearing fucking tights, because it's just, you can get fucking arrested, I would think, for, you know, what's the term, babe?
Indecent exposure.
Indecent exposure. I mean, seriously. You know, so I see some guys, they wear tights and they wear like shorts over them, or a long t-shirt, or, you know, back in the day when the fanny packs were big, bodybuilders wore the fanny packs, so that would kind of, you know, hide it. You know, so that's all. But hey, I was in the same fucking boat, you know, and I need someone to point that shit out to me. And once it was pointed out to me, I was like, whoa. So maybe this little nipple video might, you know, plant a seed, and some people might be thinking, why the fuck am I walking around showing my nipples? Like, is it really necessary? Just to let you know, your chest doesn't look bigger wearing a string tank top. You know, it's not. Sometimes, a lot of times, your chest actually looks bigger wearing a tank top that covers your chest. So, but anyway, guys, that's my 2 cents. And I hope I didn't offend anyone. I'm not trying to offend anyone. There's no hate. There's no nothing. People can wear whatever the fuck they want. It has nothing to do with me, nothing to do with my fucking business. And I will like you as a person regardless. I will not treat you any differently if you come up to me wearing fucking tights, wearing a fucking string tank top, wearing a motherfucking bra. I don't give a fuck what you're wearing. I treat everyone equally. I don't judge a book by its cover. And I just want to make that fucking clear that, you know, I never judge a book by its cover, and I treat everyone equally. Everyone is equal. I don't care if you're a fucking 330 pound bodybuilder or you're a 150 pound, you know, skinny kid. You guys are fucking equal in my book. I will treat that kid the same as I'll treat that 330 pound bodybuilder. Everyone's fucking equal. So anyway, guys, remember, we're all in this together. And I hope you guys have a great fucking day. And 5% nutrition is not ever gonna make stringers. So I answered your question, guys. I hope